the SIT Graduate School Reflective Practice Phase. This is something you've been waiting for, as a matter of fact. What we'd like to offer in the next few minutes is a general overview of the academic and administrative parameters around the reflective practice phase. Now, I want you to keep in mind that as you're watching this, just be prepared to know that in the spring, early in the spring, probably late January, early February, you're going to be getting a more a fuller, richer orientation piece, where we will review the academic reflective practice phase, criteria, parameters, and so forth, administrative instructions that go with it, along with meeting such people as Michael Ireland in financial aid, Janet Hulnick for the international students and so forth that are going to be working off campus. But just wanted to let you know that we are available now. I'm Rich Rodman. I'm located in the undergraduate building. If you have general questions about the RPP phase, you're welcome to come see me on academic issues, general academic issues. On administrative issues, you should visit Squeak Stone, who is also in the undergraduate building, and certainly talk with your degree-based major advisors on how each of the major areas, the degree areas, are moving ahead on their RPP. We call it the RPP, Reflective Practice Phase. Now, the Reflective Practice Phase, or RPP, represents the off-campus portion for PIM graduate studies. It's an educational practitioner inquiry and practice experience leading to an enhanced capacity for lifelong reflective practice, professional development, and contribution to the global community. The RPP is designed for the student practitioner to connect on-campus coursework, learning, concepts, and theories with an off-campus practice context. The RPP presents the opportunity for you to explore these connections more deeply, along with learning derived at an approved off-campus practice site. It's the term we use. The RPP is designed for the student to further expand the knowledge, develop the skills, and deepen the awareness gained during the on-campus phase. The heart of our work is, again, Dewey, Lewin, Cohen. It is about concrete experience, observation, reflections, fresh conceptualization, application, dialogue in community, and then focusing in a research capacity, writing, and producing final assignments. Okay, now, so essentially, what you're going to be doing, if you can see our schematic here, is that you're going to be, you're on campus doing your RPP orientations into the spring. You will complete all of your on-campus courses successfully as you move off in May. During the spring, you'll be finding your practicum, your practice site, and so forth, working, volunteering, doing an internship. Squeak will talk about that in a moment. But you leave campus. And what you'll do then is, once you find your practicum, your practice site, and this has been approved through an official letter that you have a supervisor and so forth, you can begin immediately to do your academic work on site. You will essentially be building a portfolio in the field that reflects, again, the reflective practice sort of principles of learning, connecting theory to practice. What you'll be doing is you'll be getting to build your work on this electronic portfolio. You're going to be going to your practice site. You will formally register for your RPP, so we have you on your records. You'll be given an advisor. And quite likely, you'll also be associated with a student cluster. Students you know, perhaps in your academic discipline, in your degree area, to be able to work across wherever you are in the world with one another in terms of communication, sharing information, bibliographies, perhaps editing one another's papers, and sharing ideas and so forth, in addition to being able to communicate with your advisor. Keep in mind, your advisor is a facilitator in this process. It's not, you are not doing a doctoral dissertation. It is master's work. It is master's level work that is very much rooted in our experience here. So, you go out into the field. You're going to be writing several elements within that portfolio, and this is worked out within the degree areas, but you'll be writing a biographical statement about yourself while you're out in the field. You'll be writing something about the description of your practice site. And you will also, here's something that is new and fresh for some, you will actually be articulating some learning objectives while you're out in the field for what you plan, how you plan to move forward in your work. You will write up your resume, have that up online, and you will also provide a list of courses that you've taken, all those courses that you've completed here on campus. So you can see your portfolio being built electronically. You can do that the minute you hit the field. You can start putting some of this information together. We take this experience out in the field that, again, Squeak will talk a bit more about this, but you've got, it is normally about full-time, if you're working full-time, volunteering full-time, it's a 6-month experience that you're going to be using that is measurable, okay? Part-time, 12 months. It's also possible to take a couple, 2-3-month experiences and tie them together as well. Okay, Squeak will explain more about that. So, essentially, it's a 6-month official off-campus experience that we're looking at here. And during that time, in addition to these sort of preliminary informational pieces you're putting in your portfolio, you're going to be writing a number of major papers. Those papers will are broken up into, you will have 3 what are called reflective practice question and answer papers. Those are short, 5 to 7 minute, 7 page, excuse me, I'm just giving a heads up on our time available here. 5 to 7 page papers, just like you'd be writing on campus, that connect theory to practice, practice to theory, your own working experience based on some of the work you're doing with your advisors. They're not to be done in any particular order, but one paper will be dedicated to your degree specialty. Okay? One paper is dedicated to your degree specialty, 5 to 7 pages. A second paper is dedicated to one of the core areas associated with your workplace, your practice site. We found a number of really good papers in my discipline on OB2 work, leadership styles found in the practice site. And so, again, some of the literature of OB2 emerges in the real-life situation of where you are. And thirdly, the third paper is a student choice paper. In other words, you can use that paper to write, again, working with your cluster, your advisor, and so forth, on the kinds of things that that are of interest to you, but also carry some academic weight in terms of the reflective practice format. Make sense? Okay, 3 5 to 7 page papers. Let's stop here and we'll go then to volume 2, all right, of this presentation.